good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are in the world. Chronicles is in the airwaves 2026. Here we are and here we go. And before we carry on with this episode and before we start introducing ourselves again, this is your boy KIDDNAPPA underscore the journey. This is what it is. And we're going to give a big shout out to the African Cup of Nations, AFCON as people know it as. And put our hands up for Mr. Michael, I forgot his name, but he was doing the Patrice Lumumba stand during the whole when Congo was playing half of the time, and he was always standing up there, and he will stand still for the whole game. Shout out to him, and shout out to Senegal for winning. Senegal's the winners. Shout out to you guys. Anyway, to my left side is
Jules D100, aka Complex Reality Music. Let's go.
Yeah. This is what it is, man. This is what it is. Anyway, on to it. African Cup of Nations is just finished.
Yeah.
And you know what? We were gonna cover a whole bunch of different topics, people, but this was something we were watching at the same time. And shout out to the Senegalese players because they beat Morocco 1-0. That's an interesting
one. That's
yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. I was like, and they were defending it because they were the previous winners of it, and they still defended it and won 1-0. So shout out to Senegal.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Because you know what? Because the one of the Algerian players, I'll put it on my channel anyway. The Algerian player, one of them, they scored the last minute against who were they playing against? Congo, and the guy mocked it. He put his hand up and then he fell down on the
when he scored.
And I looked. I was like, bro, why are you doing this?
And the guy started crying, isn't it?
Bro, man, he was emotional, man. I was like, and he even refused because they said to him, listen, you can come back and watch the rest of the games on the. He was like, nah, Congo is not there. I'm not doing it. I'm not interested. But quite interesting how the whole thing turned out, and you know what I mean. Kudos. They drafted out, but it is what it is. The fella's name is Michael. It's Michel. So it's Michel Kuka Mboladinga.
And just explain again what he does for people that don't know.
Bro, if you guys get the chance to look up Patrice Lumumba's statue in Congo, it's always like that. And what this man does, he actually gets in whilst Congo is playing. He stands for the full game, hands up in the still, and he's not showing anything off. And he's not showing anyone any emotions. He's just there paying tribute to Patrice Lumumba. Patrice Lumumba was the first prime minister of Congo who was killed by the Belgians. They made sure that
he was killed by Belgians mercenaries, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Belgians used
when he tried to
because he was trying to
because his military did a coup, right?
No, well, he was He was very against. He was talking against Belgians, and obviously this is the time that they're taking full control of the country after they finished colonizing the country and taking people displaced people around the world. And Patrice Lumumba comes in and he's like, well, we can't take this rubbish from these people. And I think one of the Belgian kings was present when he was talking, and they were like, we need to get him and finish him. And that's exactly what he did. And I think they put his body in acid, and his body is literally nowhere to be found. However, one of the soldiers managed to keep the gold tooth that he had in his mouth, and gave it. I think he gave it to his daughter, and his daughter was like, "No, give this back to Congo." And that's the only thing left of the man.
So Patrice, he tried to escape, right? He tried to escape to another state.
Did he?
Yeah. So
to another city.
Yeah, called Stanleyville, to join the Mobutu state called the Free Republic of Congo. I looked it up.
Right. You must. I know you've done your research.
I've done some research.
I'm not fully aware because I've seen some footage of him and I'm thinking, the Belgians use Africans to wipe out other Africans at the same time. So you could see because they already knew it's either you do this or we kill you. So that's
so they sent him to the state of Katanga. With the help of the Belgian mercenaries who tortured and executed him.
This is it.
They apologized in 2002 for their wrongdoings in that process of killing him.
Situations is a bit, man.
Yeah.
But
so for those who don't know, that's Patrice
Lumumba,
and that's what he stood for. And there's a guy you talking about, Michel, who stands at every game with Congo, and he salutes like that. The same.
He stands still.
It's the statue.
No shows, no nothing. The whole game, and he's dressed up in a suit. You know, Congolese people love dressing up, but he dresses up in Congo color, stands still, and he's like. I think I'll put it on most of my channels anyway.
Yeah, you have.
So
I've seen it. Yeah.
It's one of those things I'm looking at.
Yeah, so check out _the journey for more information on that as well, and also the TikTok as well.
In fact, even this recording that we're doing, we need to see if we could get some of the images and put them on for people to see what we're talking about, because you know them guys are always suave. Anyway, on to some other news as we are.
Just some interesting facts about Africa Cup of Nations. It only had 3 countries in it to begin with in 1957. And then that increased to 24 in 2019. And then that means the qualifying rounds then also increased in 1968. Egypt won it 7 1957, 1959, 2006, 2008, 2010.
Morocco is in the summer as well, no?
Yeah, Morocco. They hosted it, didn't they?
They hosted this one, but I think they follow Egypt, if I'm not wrong. But then again, does it even matter because Senegal won? Yeah,
and the next one will be hosted by multiple nations. So
the next one, I think Kenya is in there as well.
Tanzania, Kenya, and there's another one. I don't know the next one. But basically,
probably Uganda.
Yeah,
because that sounds like it's East African and Rwanda. Yeah, so that'll be Kenya, Uganda. What do you call it? Kenya, Rwanda, Uganda, and Rwanda. That's East Africa. That's probably
Tanzania as well.
Tanzania, sorry, yeah. So those are the countries that cover that Eastern African, whatever.
Yeah, bro, you know one 15 thing countries have won it so far.
You know one thing I say, because
16 including, Senegal, you can't count them twice, so yeah, 15. Interesting stuff.
Now, you know one thing I was looking at the other day, because I was talking to somebody, I was like, you know, it doesn't take mathematics for somebody to be a national of a country. Because talking to me about, oh yeah, this is where he's from. I said, listen, you could be a national of any country you want in the world. If you got the money, you could even pay for some of it. But you can't. There is the story of that country which some people will never touch. So this guy was busy talking about, I was born here, and I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter, man. If you were born here, where is your family from? Tells another story, isn't it? And he was like, what? I was like, yeah, nationality is a simple thing, man. It's a very simple thing, because anyone can be a nationality, but there's certain things that I look at sometimes and I'm like, no, I miss certain things about certain places because I want to learn that. But because immigration is something that comes in and takes over, I see how people get angry about it, but at the same time, it is what it is. But that's my 2 pence on that one anyway.
Well, speaking of football, it's World Cup is held in USA, right?
Bro,
all across the states, right?
Listen, it's the USA, Canada, and Mexico.
So how are they gonna? Because the teams will have to travel then, won't
bro. Now here's the thing.
How's that gonna work? Because then they're gonna get tired because it takes hours.
So they got flight. No, but they got the flights. But you know what it is, yeah. With what's going on in America at the moment? I don't think that's practical. No, what's going on in America at the moment with this ICE thing and this restrictions of visas and all this stuff that's going on at the moment? I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, how the hell are you going to have the World Cup there if you're coming up with all these restrictions?
Yeah, because you can have it. It's not, but
it doesn't make any sense.
People's view of your country is going to be different.
It doesn't make any sense.
Some people start cancelling their tickets when they started all this ICE stuff.
This ICE stuff, especially in Minnesota, they've targeted the Somalians up there, haven't they?
Yeah,
they've targeted.
They've gone in heavy with that.
They've gone heavy about that. But you know what? What's interesting is the person that's behind a lot of this is the main man himself, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's expanded his budget for ICE and he's expanded the mission of what they do, basically.
But the thing is, when these people put complaints about certain things, his wives have never been what they call American. All of them have come into America via a visa system or something, and then apply for nationality.
It's just politics, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit nasty.
It's all about power, really.
So it's just
not really even what he really cares about. It's just him trying to.
He's taking a stance on it. It doesn't make sense.
To try and stay in power and to keep his core demographic of voters, because it's those type of people that don't like, migrants and stuff that have voted him in it. So he's like, how can I keep that core demographic of voters? So this is how, isn't it? But then when he starts dipping in the polls, then he'll start. His team will tell him, "Oh, you know what, you change it," and then he'll just change it. He'll change it.
Manipulation, isn't it?
Yeah, he'll to change
It's
his,
a bit,
his
man.
views and
Bro.
what he's targeting.
But it's just the fact that he just comes in and he goes, "Oh, if they've got this and they've got," I'm thinking, bro, your ex-wife, your current wife, like they are from Eastern Europe, and you're just targeting. It looks like he's just targeting a particular set of people anyway. But at the same time, he's gone in and cancelled a whole bunch of things. And shout out to I think it's Mali. They went in and put restriction on American what do you call it? American what do you call them again? Tourists coming into it, because he was saying that you gotta have $10,000 if you're trying to come into America, apply for a visa and stuff. Mali went in and said,
well, you have to have that in your bank.
Yeah, there's something that they need to be paying out a certain amount of money, and Mali just went in there and they said, okay, cool, we could do the same thing. If you're trying to come here, this is what you need to do. The same thing America was trying to do to them, and quickly that just backfired back, and I was like, you gotta relax it. But I say this to say, nobody owns the world, man. And if you even look at the full-blown real story of the United States of America, what it is, there was people who were there before you, other people came in there at the same time. So it's like, it makes sense out of this thing that you're trying to like really dictate to people, man, because that's what it feels like, a dictatorship. But it is what it is.
Yeah, he just thinks, as soon as he wakes up in the morning, and the first idea that comes to his head,
Right.
It'd be good if I could do this. Well, you know what? I'm actually going to do it because I've got the power. Let me do it.
He's just a weird character, man.
But they say, I read up that 300,000 people per year get deported. And last year, 2025, that was up to 6,022. So it's doubled the amount with his new stance on migration and deportation.
And guess what? Those are the people who do a lot of the building, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of it. But that's why he's, I think apparently, you get fined more money if you're like, you go outside of like a place to get building materials, and they wait outside for work.
Yeah.
You get fined more if you're a customer that says, oh, you know what, it's going to be cheaper if I hire one of these guys to put something up in my yard. That person will get fined more than a company that comes and does